Not included. I am Brennan, the GM.
Hi, Brennan.
Brennan is our Chance the Rapper. Brennan the GM is his full name.
That's Brennan the GM.
That's how he prefers to be referred to. We are back. That's good.
We are.
Do we want to come up with ridiculous reasons why we weren't around for the last couple of weeks?
I mean, I can. Yeah, I think we can come up with them. I was visiting Sesame Street trying to get talked into getting a booster by Big Bird, and he succeeded. I was able to get my COVID booster. Me and 6-year-old, canonically 6 years old, I found out recently, Big Bird, which is why he's only been eligible now.
That's adorable.
That's wonderful.
I did not know that.
So cute.
Yep.
I was rummaging around in my parents' trash looking for old toys that they had thrown away so that I can make YouTube videos about it, which I did, which is now up on our YouTube channel. So as soon as this video is up, you can go watch us. It's branding right there. Watch me unbox a Fisher-Price jet. I don't know where this came from. This is the only thing left on my desk from the video.
I was looking in my basement and I found a portal to another dimension and I fell into it for about a week. So I'm just getting back now.
Nice. Did fun things happen in the other dimension?
More like traumatizing things that will change the way I experience life forever after, Classic adventure story.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for these guys to get around to coming back to the game.
Classic gamer. Like, yeah, but like,
yeah.
I was prepping.
Yeah.
These dungeons won't draw themselves. No, just kidding. There are no dungeons in this game.
Yes.
No.
The joke is I don't prep, so
Yeah.
And we can't forget this podcast is called Dungeon Not Included, so nobody should be trying dungeons.
The dungeons are the paid DLC. They are not included.
They're not included, but they are essential to enjoy the game. Indeed.
Dungeons are pay-to-win DLC.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. Non-fungible dungeons. No. Don't work on that, kids at home. All right, yeah. So I think we just completed part of a mission, right? We just escaped from the meat junkies.
Escaped from the meat junkies. The question is, do you want to go back in to verify that was their headquarters, or report to the Halloweeners that you found their headquarters?
That's right.
I feel like we have to go back.
I think that's where we left off too, was that Mongoose basically was telling us like they weren't comfortable leaving this like trust, but it was very trust but verify, right? Like we think this is it, but we need to be 100% sure.
Yeah, that's where Mongoose is at, is like she's like, yes, these people said that this was the headquarters, but we don't know why they said that, right? Like if they thought they were alone and they were speaking candidly, or they were like trying to brag and be like, yeah, I know where the headquarters are, or if they were just being like, yeah, and the headquarters would definitely never be held here, so I will make a joke about it or whatever.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm prepared to follow along with that. I don't have a good argument for not doing this, so yeah, let's do it.
Let's
verify.
Yes, and let's go.
Yes, and this.
Yep.
All right. So you're going to go back in. What's your approach? What are you going to do? How are you going back in?
I don't think we should verify this through like more disguising and pretending like we're one of them, because we've already spoiled that. So it has to be something techie or something.
Oh, speaking of our disguises, so last week we said some stuff about Az technologies, and Frank was looking into it and discovered, go ahead, Frank.
So I think the four of us are approaching this game at slightly different levels, and most of us are approaching Runners in the Shadows as a more of an indie kind of prompt-based game where there isn't like tons of lore that's been published. You have to buy the book, read the book, and then know everything about it. But a lot of the fun of the game is its prompts, and you fill in the blanks. So for most of us, I think we looked at the list, saw As Technologies, and we're like, oh, cool. All right. We will say what As Technologies is, which is some appropriative bullshit group of people who are taking over. But in reality, a lot of this game is informed. First of all, there is a great book that's coming out soon. You have it's listed in our show notes for those of you listening to the podcast. Another edition, coming out soon. But there's also even more so, it's based on a lot of older Shadowrun material. So As Technology does exist in these things, and I don't really know much about it other than they are apparently running all of Mexico and Central America, and it's probably actually run by actual Mexican characters and NPCs. So we may have just ended up screwing ourselves over in a interesting way in game, and I think we'll probably find out the consequences of those as we play. But so if you have opinions about this or anything, let us know. We'd love to hear what you have to say about what we're playing and how terribly we are doing. But yeah, this is going to be fun finding out that we are dumb, and we've also angered a legitimately powerful group of people who have the right to that name. But we'll play to find out.
Yeah. So how I had been approaching it previously is just like, we make up our own lore. We're not beholden to the Shadowrun lore, and
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Same.
I can't wait to find out. All right. So what is our plan? But Brennan asked us what our plan was for going in and finding out.
Not really just your plan, but like your initial
approach.
Seeing what is your approach. Yeah.
Do we have enough tech amongst us that we can attempt to like find out what they like? They're like hack their computers, do that kind of thing, an espionage thing.
I guess it would depend on it would assume that would be like an engineer role or interface. I have one in stock. If we're gonna go off of what our characters can actually do, I have one in stock. That's it. Otherwise, I have no intuition.
I have two in interface, so I can do hacky stuff.
Yes. Okay. So that's working with cyberspace or information.
You think that's
in general?
Mongoose is the person who wants to confirm. So I think an espionage approach of let's hack them from across the street or something. Hack their Wi-Fi. We've been there long enough where we got the guest password, and then whatever happens. And all right. I think that's a good answer. I keep looking over there because that's where my character sheet is.
I like the idea that they have they had to get rid of the "Am I a robot" thing because they're so augmented that a lot of them have trouble figuring out. Yeah, they're like, "Am I though? Am I a robot?"
I like it even better. I like it even better if it's crazy existential questions and not they can't press.
They had it originally, and then they had to get rid of it because no one could get in because they were all freaking out.
Fair enough.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say this is a dangerous, desperate action at this point for you.
Yeah.
Because you've essentially re-entered Meat Junkie territory when you know they're looking for you.
Right. I do suggest that we keep all the disguises while we're in Meat Junkie territory, just so that makes it harder for them to identify us later. Right? Out of context.
I think Jackie just auto changes their face too. Just entirely, just different face. Like you wouldn't recognize, like, oh, that person now, wait, who's this dude with a unibrow? It was just some girl over there a few minutes ago, like kind of completely even change how they're presenting from, I don't remember if I was presenting mask or femme or either last time. We're gonna say I'm
I
presenting
think you were
masculine
an
now.
old lady.
Yes, you were an old lady last
Old
time.
lady. All right, so now I'm. Oh, it was an old lady when I kicked everyone's ass last time with
Yeah.
my weird
Yeah.
narwhal tusk
Awesome.
sword. Yeah. All right. So I am now a. I'm giving myself like a 20-somethings boy, 20-something man look.
A strapping young man.
A strapping young man.
I'm good for it.
So, interface, right? And
Yeah.
when it's a desperate action, you
Mark XP.
XP even if you don't succeed.
That's right.
Okay, great. Or karma, I guess it's called. All right,
Yep.
time to roll. A 6. Awesome.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet.
So that
You
means
you have no problem hitting that I'm not a robot button. You get right in.
that's right.
You're like, I know I'm not a robot.
I don't have that confidence.
Take off the spirit glue cybernetics, and I'm like, no robots here.
All right. So a 6 means it's a full success, which means that you get in to their system. What are you trying to discover now?
So we want to figure out if it's their headquarters. So I think the best thing to do would be to go into their files and see if there's like, what I'm essentially trying to find out is what other locations are there, and is this the headquarters or is this a secondary base, right?
Okay. Yes. So you discover that the people that you identify as the leaders of the meat junkies, this is definitely their where they're operating out of.
Okay, great. So Mongoose turns to the others and says, this appears to be the headquarters, or at least where the leaders regroup. So I think we can take this information back to the Halloweeners and give them the go-ahead.
Great, let's get out of here, as I'm really, really afraid what will happen if we get caught.
100%. Let's go.
Okay. So for heading back, you're going to try to keep a low profile, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think we're going to try and sneak out.
Okay. So that's going to be a prowl check, and that will be a group action.
Okay. And what risk level is this?
I'm going to say this is desperate again.
Okay.
I have a 1 in prowl.
I also have a 1 in prowl.
Nice.
Quiet you. None. I have nothing.
Ooh. I
So that's-
failed.
2d6.
Who's leading the action? I need to know that first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I already rolled.
It sounds like Rebel is leading the action.
Am I?
Are you? Didn't you just roll?
I did roll, but that's before
Or-
we decided.
Oh, okay. If we're gonna play those games, I'll lead the action so we can get a reroll on that one. How's that?
Well,
So
I'm not trying to game the system. I just forgot.
we had
I
so
haven't
many bad
played
rolls.
this
No, we had so many
game.
bad rolls last time. I'll take this one. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. So is it just 1 die for me then?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless
Perfect.
you want to push yourself by spending edge.
I don't think I need to. We're gonna be resetting soon, right? Theoretically, the mission's almost over, which means I can get rid of any. I can reset my edge, right?
You can get rid of some of your edge, yes.
Sure.
Or-
Let's push it. All right. So I give myself 2 then if I push it with
to
an
the
edge.
limit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm orange. So
got
it's doing a
Nice.
6. Yeah.
you're 6.
Okay, so what is your current edge?
Let's see. I think I've used 3 or 4 already. This is gonna be number 5. I'm gonna be at 5.
If you push it, it's 2 edge.
Okay, so 6 edge.
Oh,
Yep. I
And
pushed
then you're
it.
going to suffer 2 more edge because these guys both failed their rolls.
Okay.
Jesus.
So I've at 8 edge. I will be working hard to get rid of all of that pretty soon. All right, cool.
Yeah, you still haven't gotten any trauma because you have to fill that track up to get trauma. So
yep.
I will say on the bright side, no matter what you roll for your edge reducing roll, you can't go over. So
it's true. All right. So yeah, I kicked that prowl's ass. I think that what happens is I think how much attention do we want to draw? Are we trying to draw 0?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to bulk myself up. I'm going to say that I bulked myself up and made myself look like one of the bouncers that we saw coming in. So that as we're leaving, I look like I should be there. I look like I'm supposed to be leaving, and you two are just kind of like I'll stand with like my body being like guarding your general visage. Like I'm bigger than you.
You look like one of the bouncers, and we're doing the hiding behind the telephone pole.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. As I walk out. I was gonna say if we wanted to draw attention in the leaving, I was gonna like literally pick you up and carry you out, like, hey, you two, get out of here, but I don't think we want to do that if they're looking for us, though.
Yeah, I think where Mongoose fail comes in is that she's carrying to hack this place through the Wi-Fi. She had to carry in a lot of equipment, so she's like struggling with
it's like
carrying all that shit. Keeping quiet and not like making too much movement to draw their attention.
Yeah.
Right. That would be like your technical tools in your loadout then.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to be able to make it to the edge of Meat Junkies territory this way.
Perfect.
And get yourselves out of this situation. Your surveillance last time was a big disaster, but this time you did a little better.
Yep. Perfect. So we're headed to Halloweener territory. I forget, do we have like we don't have a map or anything, so like how do we get there? Do we have a team vehicle that we travel in that I don't remember? Or
I believe we did, but let's yeah, and I don't think it's not had a lot of real estate in the game, so let's do that. Why do I remember it being the A-team van?
I was about to say I had it. It was in my head.
It was van. Yes.
Yeah.
You had a van with like technical stuff in it.
I did not remember that we had this, and as soon as you said we had a vehicle, my brain immediately went mystery machine.
Same, 100%. I said I was with the same mystery machine too. Then it's A-team.
One of our viewers does say a 1978 Pacer, though. So
you know what? I think that's it. I think that's what it is.
I don't know car breeds, so
breeds. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pull up an image of it and see if we could. Oh my God. All right. So how about we compromise?
I want to see this.
Yeah, we're going to compromise here. And we are going to say, sorry about this. It takes a minute to get the right screen.
It's okay.
And it's definitely going to be worth all this. Sure. So we are going to say, I think, a compromise between the kind of minivan A-team, mystery machine, etc., and the 1978 Pacer, which you should be seeing now. So like a Woody type.
Oh my God!
Yes.
So a van with wood panels on it.
Wood panel on the side. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
liking
I love
this.
that.
I like that.
Yep.
And just because the internet is wonderful, let me just see. Pacer van. Did anyone make a custom? Oh, Oh, that's pretty close. No, the AMC's concept. All right, we're getting a little bit into the weeds now. But yes,
Yeah.
wood panel
This
van.
is
Wood
such
panel fan.
thrilling listening for our podcast.
We gotta. What's now? What are we gonna? We gotta give it a name, of course.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Names? We never even decided on a team name.
Yeah,
like,
but
how are we
we-
going to
right.
decide on a name for our band?
it should be a reference. It should be a reference to one of our earlier Dungeon Not Included games. So let's call it the White Elephant again.
No.
Let's think of it.
No,
Stop
okay.
it. There's a
I'll give you
through
this.
line.
Okay,
Boring.
I will give you this. We won't call it the White Elephant. The license plate will be like W8L.
Right.
Like it'll
Yeah.
it'll say white elephant on the license plate. But what are we gotta come up with a
That's
good name?
fine. I think the car should have a different name than the ship from a previous iteration.
I was trying to think of something fun connected to wood, and the first thing that came to my mind was the Ticonderoga after the pencils. But
I love it.
All right. We're gonna leave this up. We'll leave this up in case during today's show, if somebody has an idea, one of our
Yes.
listeners has an idea for the name of our wood paneled.
Oh no!
Van.
If it's a Woody, can we call it Tom Hanks?
Placeholder for the end of this episode. If it doesn't have a name, Tom Hanks is the name of it. So it's a reference
Excellent.
none of us get, but we just all feel right about it. Like, yeah, Tom Hanks is
I
the
know what it is.
No, I mean in
The
in
characters,
universe.
it's probably
yeah.
characters.
Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
We're
our
just like,
characters are
What's a good name for a van? Looks up old stuff. Tom Hanks, I guess.
Tom Hanks.
I don't know who that guy is, but Sully Sullenberger.
I like it. Yes, of course, named after his famous character, Sully Sullenberger, who drove a 1978 Pacer conversion van. Got it. Yes, all of that is true. If you're getting your facts from Dungeon Not Included, you're doing it right.
Runners in the Shadow Cannon.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So you return and report to the Halloweeners that you have discovered the headquarters.
Yeah, we roll up in Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the meat junkies. So that's the end of that particular mission. They are getting ready to make a raid on them. But,
I hope they are incredibly successful. Before word gets out, I really do want them to just clean that slate. But I don't think we're not aware that we kind of screwed the pooch at the end of the first part of that mission. They have an idea of who we are, or that we're not who we said we were. We don't know that. I don't think we do.
I don't think you do.
Good. That's more fun, I think. Yeah. Letting these
Yeah.
consequences fall on us later when we least expect it.
Yeah.
All
Right.
I'm good with that. All right, what's next?
All right, so let's do your payoff real quick.
Yay! I love getting paid.
We need to do something about this edge. Oof.
That is not Rebel. That is not Rebel's character speaking. No accent. Rebel loves being paid.
I do. Who doesn't like being paid?
Yeah.
Gotta get that cash money.
Or creds.
New yen.
New yen.
New yen, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I said cash money.
All right, so you're going to earn 4 for a standard run for this. You pulled off a run against a target that was 1 tier higher than you, so you're going to get 3 rep for this.
Nice.
Yes.
Do we get 4 as in 4 each, or each get like a fraction?
No, there's 4 total new yen.
Okay, that's why it looked like
So-
before.
Sure.
1 each, and then 1 to the pool again.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay.
My new yen immediately goes out the window like last time. So
All
I gotta, my obligations, my vices.
Heat. This was a little loud and chaotic, I would say. You had some high exposure on this run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was no killing involved, so there's that.
Sorry, folks, no killing this time.
I know.
I came
So
close.
your heat is going to be 4.
So far, we're doing the pacifist run
Oh,
of
I
Runners in the Shadow.
you see that like I didn't chop a man's arm off last time.
Well,
too.
it wasn't exactly pacifist, but he didn't
Yeah.
die.
No,
He didn't
I
die.
just
Listen,
disarmed
Just gave him
him.
a way to upgrade. Just gave him an opportunity to upgrade. He's going to put
Right.
a nice little robot arm there. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Nobody died. That's what matters, right?
Mhm.
It's fine.
All right. So you get 4 heat.
We.
And so now we're going to see what kind of entanglements you get due to the fact that there are people who kind of want to hurt you at this point. So I'm going to roll 2 dice and keep the lowest because you don't have any wanted levels.
Which we will
And
share.
that is
It's
a
5.
5.
They were both
2
5s.
Yep.
Yeah. So
We're good.
So rivals or supernatural badness is going to happen.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. I gotta say, I need this parkour enthusiast to show up.
Right. I almost need him not to be a supernatural person, though. I need him to just be really into parkour.
No. It's rivals or a
yeah.
supernatural complication.
So let's go with rivals, and
I
hope
want-
that Ass Technology
want-
has a great parkourist.
As Technology has a super parkour enthusiast working.
Well, that's their whole security team are just
All
parkour
parkour.
ninjas.
The more I learn about Ass Technology through actual play, the more I realize they are a bunch of like fun bros.
Reminder to
They're a bunch of tech bros.
I got into parkour, like last year at Burning Man. They got really into parkour. Not many surface areas to jump off of. Really, just Burning Men. But like it was fun.
I would also like to point out, reminder, his name is Raiden, spelt differently than the Mortal Kombat character. But I also think it would be great if that was like the designation for the different security heads, as they all got. That's not his actual name. They just all are like, okay, right. Scorpion's over there, Goro's over here, Johnny Cage is on this side.
You're Raiden,
like,
yeah.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Yeah, this is all writing itself, really.
Yep.
Okay.
I love this.
So you guys have a choice now.
Mm-hmm.
As Technology is putting the squeeze on you, and you can either forfeit 1 rep or 1 nuyen per tier of your rival. So your rival is, in this case, As Technology tier 5.
We can't do that. We can't afford that. I think, right?
I think if we pool our resources, we might be able to, just barely. But I think we've been talking them up so much, we can't just pay them off and get rid of them. We need to.
Right. So you lose 1 status with them.
That's, I think, makes sense.
That's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And not to belittle the consequence, but like I think we've earned that consequence. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you're at a -2 with them. That is not good.
Yeah.
Because these guys who are at -2s and especially -3 for Ares Macro Technology means that they are going to mess with you. Ares Macro Technology will go out of its way to hurt you.
Sweet.
Yes.
Man. All right. Good. I'm glad.
You just looked out that they didn't do it this time.
Yeah.
We're building an arc. We just want to see how this is gonna go down.
we got to build up some bad blood before it can like go to shit and we can resolve it, you know?
All right. So now you can try and get rid of some of your crap.
I have 8 edge. I would like to get rid of as much as possible. How do I do that?
I believe that's the recover action.
Mm-hmm.
Indulge your vices.
Oh, that's harm. So you would have to indulge your vice. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna give all my money to the foster family like I did last time. Nancy and Sam Grace are getting my 1 new yen.
Okay.
So I have nothing to spend.
And what is your lowest attribute rating? Intuition, body, or willpower? And that's based on the number of pips you have in that first column.
Intuition and willpower are the same, though I have 1 experience, 1 karma in willpower, if that matters.
It doesn't matter. So they're both 1, right?
Yep.
They're both 0.
They both have 1 pip in it.
1 pip, yeah. So you're going to be rolling 1 die.
Okay.
And whatever you roll, you regain an edge equal to it. Yeah.
All right. So 1d6.
Yeah. Clear your dice.
How do I do that? Where's the clear? But there we are. Clear. Yes. All right. Okay. 4.
All right.
Yeah.
That's half.
And considering otherwise I'd be doing nothing next match because I don't want trauma. Okay, here's a question. If I get trauma, right? Like let's say I go over my edge. Does the edge I'm now traumatized, but my edge count resets to 0 and rolls back up again? I believe
that's how that works, yes.
Perfect. And is there a way to get rid of traumas, or trauma's permanent?
Traumas are permanent.
Okay, perfect. That's fine.
You can have 4 of them before your character is no longer playable.
Cool.
Nice.
So yeah.
Sorry,
do you want to do another indulge your vice? I think you can only do these once per.
My vice is obligation, and it's to that foster family. So my only real way to do that is to give them cash, at least for right now. Let's want to go like do a scene where I babysit or something at the foster home, but or maybe we could find a way to wrap it into something in the future if they need work. We can do a job for them. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I'll work off of 4 edge and just see what comes up next game, and we'll go from there. I think that maybe getting a trauma might be good for my character. Giving them something. We'll see what happens on the line.
All right.
Yes, giving characters trauma is always great.
I mean, yes, and trauma and.
Right.
All right. So you can also train those of you who want to add pips to your XP tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to train.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe your particular crew, you get extra if you are training. I'm trying to remember which one it is.
I thought we picked the one where when we do a group action,
you did.
2 different people getting 6s counts as a critical.
Yeah.
Yes.
You did choose that. You're training. Oh yeah, there's the training. If you train in intuition, you get an extra pip.
Oh. I wish, but I need my physical stats up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be training something in body right now. My system is a little sluggy, but...
Sorry, could you just go over all the things we can do so I can decide? Because I want to make sure.
Can acquire an asset, which is get basically new gear. Recover from harm, which none of you have right now. Engage in a long-term project. Reduce your heat. train to upgrade your stats, or indulge your vice to reduce your edge.
So what does engaging in a long-term project do?
Long-term projects are things like you don't really have a lot of things that you need to do at the moment, but doing research into an arcane ritual, investigating a mystery, establishing someone's trust, courting a new friend or contact, changing your character's vice type or purveyor would be things that you could do as a long-term project.
Okay. So I do want to train. Can we go over that a little bit? I've forgotten since last time.
When you spend time in training, mark 1 karma on the karma track for an attribute or playbook advancement.
Okay, so just 1 karma. Got it.
Yeah.
I might have to bow out for a bit, but I'll be back in a second. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll be broadcasting.
And we get to do 2 of these things?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm definitely going to train in willpower. And then I want to reduce heat. So how can you go over that with me really quick?
Sure. So you can reduce heat by taking an action to get the heat off of you. And right now the heat is coming from the meat junkies. So you'd need to do some action that would get the meat junkies to leave you alone.
Okay.
You put up a second. Are you sure you're not a robot?
I install a sign outside their headquarters that says, "Are you sure you're not a robot?" And it makes them all go crazy and forget about us. No. Let me think about that for a little bit, and I'll get back to you on what I want to do.
And what was your second action, Jackie, that you wanted to do?
I was thinking, so at the end of a session, which I assume we just ended, right? So for it says for each one, mark 1 karma at the end of the session. And it's one of them. Mine is you address a tough challenge with inner perfection or mystical power. I feel like I absolutely did that when I used my mystic weapon to fight that dude. So what do I have in the way of karma to spend? Because I would either put it in my adept feat or put it in my willpower. Do I just have the 1?
You guys contended with challenges above your current station, so that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
You did not really bolster your crew's reputation this time because you haven't advanced. Did you express goals, drive, inner conflict, or essential nature of
I don't think my character did.
Yeah,
I don't think Jackie did that one. But so we got at least 2 plus the 1 from address a tough challenge with mystical power.
That's
right.
correct.
So I got 3 to spend. Can I just plop 3 in random spots, or can I they have to all go in the same section?
They can go in any karma track that you want.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to put 1 in my adept, put 2 in my adept feats, and put 1 in willpower. And that's going to be training. And I'm done training.
So that was just so one of those was your extra one for training, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay, so can I say plant a virus into the meat junkie servers to distract them and take some of the heat off of us?
Yes.
I would like to do
that would be an interface role. So
absolutely. Let's see what I get. I got a 6.
Nice. So that's going to reduce your heat by 3. So that's good.
Oh yeah, that's tasty.
I like that.
So, how I'm imagining it is like, if this were a movie, right? We would get back to base, and we would be like, cooling down after the heist, and somebody would say, "Well, that was a real mess. Now they're gonna come after us," and then it cuts to Mongoose, and she says, "Not necessarily." And then it's like a flashback to when she was in their server, and then there's like a little upload file that says virus downloaded.
It fills up, and then a little skull and crossbones appears. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
All right. So, Frank, what were you going to do with your downtime?
I trained up in body and got my first point in prowl.
And then everybody else gets 3 extra pips to spend anywhere they want in karma.
So I
Hell yeah.
yeah, I guess my deal is that well, Polly's thinking about how much they're like an albatross around everyone's neck, and decides that maybe there's a lesson to be learned from the meat junkies, and starts to grow this fungus over their skin, basically allows themselves to become a vessel for Mother Mycelium. And now I'm just a little bit better at sneaking around, and not so much an obstacle for everyone.
Nice. So you filled up your body count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Nice.
Yeah.
So then you
So-
clear that track, and then you can start it again.
Yeah.
Quick question.
For that as well.
What's that?
Do we all have 3? Did you say afterwards?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Yes.
So,
What was
quick
your question?
Earlier, you said that we get an extra pip if we put it into intuition. Is that only for training, or is that for this?
Yeah,
as well?
only for training.
Okay. Yeah, then I filled my willpower track, so that means I get to put a pip wherever I want.
In your willpower
Yeah.
skills, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take 1 in consort so that I have that skill now.
Oh, so you have 1 in everything in willpower.
Well, I mean, that is sort of this character's main
Sure.
skill area.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. All right, cool. So that's the downtime. Now the question is, what kind of work are you looking for after this job was over? Do you want to go after one of your enemies? Do you want to just see what kind of things come up over the radar?
Mongoose is down to go after some people.
Sure. We can go after some people.
Yeah.
And who do you want to go after?
Ares macro technologies.
I think it's a good idea to at least use this to establish what we have, why we're so antagonistic with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, best defense is a good offense, am I right?
Right. Get in Tom Hanks and get over there.
So the Ares macro technology, they have their own building, of course, downtown. And it's heavily fortified building with big walls and razor wire around it. They drive tanks in and out of the, parking garage. So they're basically an arms manufacturer. So they have a lot of that hardware there.
I already hate them.
Yeah.
So what's our goal here? What are we trying
what do
to
you
do?
want from them?
Yeah.
Do you want to damage them by inserting bad code into their systems, by sabotaging their building. I mean, what do you want to do?
I think one of us has to like stand. For me, just for this to make sense, I think at least one of us as players has to say what our gripe with them was. Not full detail, but just a little bit, so we have an idea of what we want to get from this.
Well, I sort of I know. Okay, so Mongoose is an heiress, right, who ran away essentially. And her whole deal is that she hates the corporation that she was raised in and thinks they're terrible and wants to, sort of like improve them, whether that means taking them down from the inside or not. And what I think is Ares Macro Technology is a direct competitor who uses similar practices. So she has like personal beef with them, right?
Love that.
Okay, so that's interesting. So they're not even the people you were raised by and butted heads with. They're similar enough that you're upset with them. Oh, I like that because it could also be incredibly petty. We could find out that it's like, all right, you have a problem with industry. Maybe this is a 3 points rank of fight with. All right, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
And we'll find out more details about or whether Jackie and Polly have anything to say about it as we go.
Okay, that makes sense. Now you're going to need to determine what your approach is. Like, how are you going to what is your goal in attacking them, and how are you going to get in?
Do you want to take resources from them?
I was going to say
I definitely think sabotage is the goal, but I wanted to consult y'all on what kind of sabotage we were interested in.
So I would say that Jackie's big thing, having been through all of these like foster systems and finding everything, and like their goal is to just make the lives better for these kids. I would love to see if we can't do something to either directly cripple them financially or siphon finances from this group of people in order to redistribute to people who we think could better use it.
I love that. I think hacking them and redistributing their wealth is a great idea.
I love it. My one question for everyone, and maybe we don't know, I think somebody has to know. Are they doing anything aggressively to, like, say, the orphanage? Let's say they're building a plant on land that would otherwise benefit the orphans, or maybe they're going to demolish an orphanage, something really basic, something like Blues Brothers level.
An orphanage, and we have to raise the money before midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Or is it just like, well, they've got deep pockets, why not make them pay?
So that's kind of where I like it, is they have deep pockets, because part of me was already thinking when you said that about like they're building this area, like there's regardless of the type of institution that's being built, there's a double-edged sword to any new place that's going to be bringing in money to a local area anyway, right? So like there's the fact that they built this new place is going in there, unless it's going to be directly on top of the orphanage, they likely might benefit from like local resources, like property tax
jobs.
Yeah, well, they'll be like safer, likely safer streets and stuff like that, because you now have more people and stuff like that. That said, I think I like just, they have money. You don't like them. Let's take their money from people we don't like.
I like anything that makes us less heroic, less like clearly heroic. And this is sort of like, we're gonna redistribute the wealth and a little bit for ourselves, of course.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Well,
Polly is just along for the ride.
If you don't get paid, right?
No,
of course.
So.
Technically, exactly. It's not technically a job.
You think Robin Hood didn't buy some arrows along the way, right? Like they have to feed some merry men. Like, where do you think that money comes from?
Yeah. All right. I know. So we are
a lot of people.
he robbed. In all fairness, he didn't rob. Like I was, somebody said earlier this year, there was like Robin Hood didn't rob from the rich and give to the poor. He robbed from the government to give back to the overly taxed.
That
Which
is correct. He stole from the tax collectors
and gave back the money to the people with whom the money was taken. Yeah, so I kind of like that better. Anyway, sorry.
So I think we're sabotaging them in the attempt to take their finances, right?
Yes.
I'm good with it. Let's do this. That's the goal.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, what kind of approach are you taking? What is your sort of initial?
Well, we got to get past these walls. So like that's we have to get in the door. So part of me,
that's what I was thinking.
Do you have a goal in mind or a plan in mind for that? Just because my first instinct was to go in from underground, but we've already had a sewer campaign. So part of me is like, maybe
here's your options essentially: assault, do violence to a target; deception, lure, trick, or manipulate; social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade; stealth, access undetected; supernatural, engage a supernatural power; or transport, carry cargo, data, or people through danger.
Have Frank with your character. What sort of supernatural fungus might we be able to work with here?
Well,
like I'm picturing fungus kaiju.
Yeah, Mother Mycelium and Father Fungi are kind of more natural than natural rather than supernatural. I can understand why most pedestrian animal brains think of them as supernatural, but really they're everywhere. So I would like using that, and I think we want to come up with a plan where we can do an exchange using the fungi as a method of attack against the corporation. I'm thinking either like mind control fungi or maybe even literal fungi that like burrow under the ground and seep the material wealth from their coffers.
Like a supernatural attack, basically.
So since you said mind control fungi, I just had an idea. So we sneak in, we plant the fungus, it makes the people extremely susceptible to suggestion, and then we have them do the dirty work for us.
I'm okay with that. And actually, I imagine our characters doing it like there's a whiteboard and we're pitching different ideas. There's a kaiju fungi in one, and there's the mind control fungi, pod people fungi in the other. We could definitely be more subtle and attempt to influence their minds. I love expanding people's minds, and I'm like eating mushrooms as I'm speaking.
Of course.
And I honestly, to be honest, it feels like part of me feels a little guilty about taking stuff from these people who I don't really have any problem with. So I think it would be nice to do them a solid and open up their third eyes aggressively. Yeah, let's do that one.
Yes, this sounds great. Let us do that.
All right, well, can we please save the giant fungus kaiju for a later mission? Because I feel like that's got a lot of potential.
Well, it could also be this mission. I mean, things may go south, in which case we're gonna need a bigger boat.
I think we can do without the kaiju fungi for this mission, but we will definitely circle back to that one.
All right. So we're almost out of time here.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good idea for us to do the engagement roll, the initial roll for next time.
Sure.
So that we will remember what it is, because we won't remember if we do it now.
Why did you?
Yes.
But yes.
Learn from experience.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have your approach. It's going to be a fungal attack.
Yeah. so good.
Hallucinogenic fungal attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Nice. If you've
Nice.
ever done hallucinogens and would like to share your experiences with us, join us on Discord.
We want to make this
They're
as
probably
authentic as
legal
possible.
by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, fun. So yeah, I guess follow us on all the social medias, join us on Discord, and I think we've landed on Tom Hanks as the name of our Woody van. It's too good. It's
Mhm.
too
Tom Hanks
good.
is so good.
But if you have ideas for names that we have not yet
He's
come
an
across,
Academy
please-
Award winner. He is very good.
that's right. And in fact, if you want to reach out to us, we might have a name for the next villain we run into. The next named NPC. We just have a list of them. We just pull from them. Whenever.
Yeah.
I like
Right.
that. All right. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.